Okay, so this is part two of my review of Siri, or rather the new and improved version of Siri. I just want to cover a bunch of new things, but this time around speak on it like more of assessing the quality of life updates and actually looking into the actual UI itself. Some of the tools that I specifically like in terms of the new update in Siri is how in-depth the new app is and how it feels like a cross between ChatGPT's UI as opposed to Google Gemini's. It's like an in between of ChatGPT's UI and Google Gemini's capabilities. Knowing that Google Gemini has the better functionalities, it's genuinely much more trustworthy than Siri in terms of responses and answers. However, the ChatGPT UI is more familiar with a lot of people. Like it's more relatable at this point because OpenAI has cemented themselves as the AI platform for the masses, so it is easier to understand. Then Siri taking that one step further to give it like an Apple touch, just making it integrate well. However, one key feature that I did not talk about in the previous video that I should bring up was something that I actually discovered by accident when I was first experimenting with Siri AI, was that when you actually press your side button, this action button on the corner that activates your camera, what you do have the ability to do now in the camera, you have a little tab in the camera section that is specifically for Siri now. You have your photo mode, you have your panoramic mode, you have your portrait mode, your spatial mode, then now you have a Siri mode. What's the usefulness of it? It's for situations where you want to take a picture of something and you just ask it, oh, what is this? Give me more details on it. Let's say you take a picture of your food on your camera app directly, you can ask it for the nutritional content of that food. Now, this might undercut a lot of these apps that make you pay for it, that allow you to take pictures. Maybe you download a gym app or something, you take picture of your food and it can tell you the protein content. You having an iPhone pretty much like gets or undercuts those developers a lot, but it makes your life easier as you, the consumer, at the end of the day. It allows you, if you take a picture of something, it allows you to see the contents. You can see translated from English to any other language and vice versa. You can ask Siri questions, whether with voice memos, and it will answer. For example, I will take a picture of my wooden chair here just to test out what I'm saying. And then once it assesses it, I'll go ahead and ask Siri a question. What object is this in the picture?
This object is a wooden folding chair, likely designed for portable or outdoor seating.
So this is what I'm talking about. It's a useful feature that I'm telling you, like, there are lots of different things that I would have never, ever used Siri for that I just do now. Like, it makes life a lot easier. You might think, okay, why would I need to take a picture of a chair and ask it what's a chair? That's not what I use it for. Just today alone, I've used it like different times. Like, you can take a picture of your system. Like, let's say I'm using DaVinci Resolve to edit this video now. I take a picture of DaVinci Resolve and I ask Siri, what is the shortcut to get this thing done faster? Like, let's say, let me give an example off the top of my head. I want to create a new node and I need a color correcting node. You can use the command Alt S to make a new node on DaVinci Resolve. Instead of you right clicking, going to new node and doing all of that, you can take a picture of the layout and ask Siri, how do I make a new node? What is the shortcut for it? And it will tell you. It will tell you. You don't need to pay for a ChatGPT premium. You don't need to pay for, what do you call it? Just having an iPhone alone is like literally paying for ChatGPT premium. And that's why I feel like Apple is literally giving iPhone users a godsend. Like, you are saving a lot of money just having an iPhone. This literally gives like the value proposition of having an iPhone a new meaning. Like, I know they're burning through a lot of money just to have this feature and have bragging rights about this feature, because it's not just AI that lives on your phone. It's AI in the cloud, but it's on your phone. So it's not the same thing as like Google, who has like AI that's inbuilt to your phone that only answers like maybe custom questions that can interface with online. This is just ChatGPT. There is literally zero hardware that you can say, okay, was implemented that you cannot say, okay, this Siri is specifically for the iPhone 17. It's not for the 16 or 15 or 14. It can work on everything because for the most part, it's like having ChatGPT on your phone. It's good for backwards compatibility, but at the same time, I know for a fact that Apple is burning through a lot of money just to make this a feasible reality. But as consumer, I could care less, and I'm incredibly grateful for it. Because it is a great software to have. It makes life like this is what I mean when I say Siri now makes the quality of life improvements like incredible. And I told you personally, I barely used to use Siri. Barely. Before, pretty much, like I honestly said, if it really wasn't about, um, asking about basic things like, oh, what is the weather like? Or set an alarm for me, or just, hey Siri, just find my phone. I did not, and I honestly mean I did not use Siri at all. But just having this feature alone is a worthy enough thing to talk about in terms of part two of this video. But with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, do drop a like down below and have a great day. Take care.